Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BCW Anarchy here live in Full Sail University here in Orlando, Florida. It is good to be home, and it has been a long time coming. As tonight we are starting off with a huge debut. Another occurrence in the past few weeks of BCW where just someone else besides the main attraction comes out, and it's been a little bit weird, but right now, right behind him is the Wonder Man Nick Nemeth, and that right in front of your screen there is the Hollywood hunk Ryan Nemeth, a former TNA World Tag Team Champion, with alongside his brother Nick Nemeth, losing those tag team titles at TNA Slammiversary, one of the largest attended crowds for a TNA pay-per-view, by the way, which is an amazing statistic to have. Props to TNA. But I'd like to quote Ryan Nemeth real quick, with him saying before even coming out here is that BCW is a hostile environment. Why would the Hollywood hunk even just stake his claim here in BCW? Which is a really weird question to ask, but right now we are getting the debut of the one and the only Lexis King. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time coming for this man. It has been rumored for a little while now, from the backstage to now here in front of many people, many fans who've been wanting to see winds of change, people that are just sparking up here in BCW. A lot of people have been making names for themselves, and this could be the night where Lexis King makes a huge statement in taking out one of the former TNA World Tag Team Champions, or one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, I should say, in Ryan Nemeth, which is going to be no large or small task to do. But here we go, one-on-one, Lexis King versus Ryan Nemeth. Here we go, the first contest of the night. Calling up about time here from both men as we're already locking horns here in the beginning stages of the show here. It's King already being backed down into the corner here by Nemeth, which is a really hard position to be in, as Nemeth really taking a really bit of a respectable approach there for the moment, as Nemeth just overcrowding and overwhelming the King, if you will. Watching him in the corner there as Lexis King pushes him off, and don't want to take any more shots from the Hollywood hunk. I wouldn't either if I were Lexis King. I'm just saying, man, if the man's trying to talk about how BCW is just a junk, just a horrific, trash, hostile environment, what the hell does that mean? We do have a lot of hardcore things and some things that other pro wrestling promotions don't do, excuse me, but definitely are not a hostile environment. Super kick by Lexis King, and that might have been a huge shot right to the wanted man on the outside. And again, what was just teasing him there on the outside is Lexis. Now Lexis once again on the attack on Ryan for the moment. So here comes Ryan throwing him off, whipping him into the ropes there. Oh, and a big shot right to the face, and a huge drop kick right in front of his brother, ironically. As Lexis King taking the time to gloat, he will always take some time for himself, whether in the ring or outside the ring, it doesn't matter. Lexis King trying to get his hands on Ryan Nemeth, trying to make a big point here to one of the Nemeth brothers here, and more importantly, I think it might be to Nick, but this time, Ryan's trying to prove to not underestimate him here. Right now, Nemeth trying to really prove himself here and prove his worth to Nick Nemeth, as Nick has been, personally, in my opinion, carrying the load out of the two brothers here, especially in TNA, being former TNA World Champion, holding that championship for an astounding 200 plus days before dropping it to Joe Hendry recently at TNA Genesis back in February. Huge scoop slam right in front of Nemeth. It's Nick Nemeth again, just in disdain and just absolutely irate at the crowd here in Orlando. Here comes King off the ropes here with a kitchen sink knee right to the midsection, taking down Ryan Nemeth. And once again, just on the fence here is per usual, in my opinion. For most of his career here, he's used to this. He's used to getting just backed down by most people, whether physically or mentally. Now, once again, Lexis King just taunting Nick. This Nick is trying to ignore Lexis's actions. So I don't really think that's possible, because the man is just an egocentric maniac, as you've seen many times before in NXT. And again, just taking the time to really get under Nemeth's skin. And you would have to think that Nick Nemeth, being the criminally underrated and underappreciated legend that he is, and more importantly, a veteran, he doesn't really want to get someone like Lexis King the spotlight. And it'll cover right in front of Nemeth, face wash on Ryan Nemeth, and a kick out. Because again, Nick Nemeth's just trying to pay attention to anything else besides Lexis. It's just key things you want to point out here, if you will, is now here comes Lexis with a pendulum backbreaker right to Ryan Nemeth in front of Nick, excuse me. So here comes Lexis again, just pushing and belittling Ryan here, setting up a drive-by. Huge body block there, what she calls the drive-by, into the cover right to the back of Nemeth, and a kick out. Massive kick out there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Right now, Ryan is still on the defensive end. Big time splash right to the back, the lower back. It looks like he's holding on to that lower back area, the lower spinal cord. Here we go, wait a minute, over the top, and there goes the DDT. Huge opening for Ryan, into the cover. Huge move there. Could it be a huge moment here for Ryan, and a kick out at 1? Not even a 2 count. Wait a minute, oh my, looking for something there, but that time, let's able to scout it. Not for long, though, as Ryan and Lexis go out to the outside after that clothesline. Yeah, it looks like Ryan's trying to get some momentum back here. For the majority of this match has been nothing but Lexis. And wait a minute, no, might be looking to get some momentum back here as Lexis King just dropping him with a dragon screw. Now, if I'm in Ryan Nemeth's shoes right now, I'd really need to find a way to come back in this matchup and really prove some worth here to Nick, as Nick is really concerned on the outside for his younger brother. Huge super kick right on the mark, and Nick Nemeth is completely lost it on the outside here, as he might be looking for the coronation befitting of a king, and that is a way to debut here in BCW. Massive win over a championship winning brother of Nick Nemeth. Lexis King giving Nick Nemeth a little bit of hell on the outside. As Nick Nemeth just staring a hole through Lexis King, he's still on the outside. I don't know what he has planned though. Wait a minute, Lexis King showboating on the inside of the ring. I had a feeling that this guy was gonna hit a danger zone or do something, as Nemeth just didn't want to stand idly by anymore. He just lost it. He's had enough of Lexis King as he eats a super kick for his troubles. A decisive message has been sent to Lexis King, as Lexis King is being helped up to the back after that heinous assault by Nick Nemeth. We are in for some tag team action between TMDK and Undisputed Kingdom. You can consider this round 2 coming your way next. We are back here live for BCW Anarchy here in Full Sail University, as now we are focused on tag team action for the BCW World Tag Team titles, to see who will be in the BCW World Tag Team Championship ladder match at BCW Hardcore Takeover, coming your way very, and I mean very soon. We are only a couple weeks away. This tournament, or could you call it eliminator matches, have been ramping up. We've been seeing the Rascals versus the Good Brothers. That was a really good match between 2 of those teams. And just last week, actually, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, moved on and got a huge win over AOP, the Authors of Pain. Throughout a lot of animosity within the outside interference between them and Paul Ellering, they got what they needed to do, and that was a win. But now it's round 2. If you don't remember, these two teams did go up against one another in tag team action for the BCW World Tag Team titles initially to crown the first ever BCW World Tag Team champions. But this time around, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate want some more tag team action. They want to see what these guys can prove to them once again, if you will. If they are really meant to go to the lengths and go to the extremes that they did to not only endure teams like the ABC, teams like Gallus, and more importantly, teams like this one right here, the Undisputed Kingdom, to become the tag team champs. But the landscape has changed just a little bit, with teams like MCMG on the loose, the Rascals trying to find their way back into the tag team championships once again, and teams like TNDK that are gunning and waiting, chomping at the bit to get an opportunity at tag team prosperity here in BCW. Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes not afraid of any challenge that comes their way. Former NJPW Strong World Tag Team Champions there, trying to prove that they are one of the best tag teams still going today. Part of several World Tag League tournaments, part of the inaugural, I believe, Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic back in 2016. These two guys have a lot of experience in the tag team game. Can they get a win under their belt against the Undisputed Kingdom here tonight? So they've been against them once. They've been around the rodeo once before, but can they become the ones to beat this team this time around? Just got to find out in a matter of moments. Here we go. The match is underway. Roderick Strong and Shane Hayes are starting for each team here. Wait a minute. Oh, immediately. Like Hayes was looking for a tag in the corner, but Roderick had different plans, obviously. Couple of strike combinations there. Might looking for a chop. This is wildly there. It's both men going for strikes out the gate. As you can tell, Roderick Strong definitely wants to get a win under his belt and try to get some momentum on the side of the Undisputed Kingdom, considering Adam Cole still waiting on that opportunity to fight Jay White, potentially at BCW Hardcore TakeOver for the Continental Championship, which we don't even know if it's confirmed yet. We have to still hear from Adam Cole here later tonight, possibly after this matchup. It's Roderick Strong getting some love from the crowd here, but that time it is not to the delight of Shane Hayes. Big time net breaker following up from the uppercut. Shane Hayes does not give a damn about what the people think half the time. He just beats to his own drum like most people in this industry. Do what you have to do and move on. Doesn't really need the fans' approval for most things, just like Mikey Nichols here out of the tag from Shane Hayes here. Big time spine buster dropping down the Messiah of the backbreaker. Talk about smoothing out the back. Somehow the Messiah of the backbreaker is on his back, or mainly on his stomach right now, as Mikey Nichols calling over to his feet here. As Roderick Strong catching him with a big shot to the midsection, but that time it wasn't enough to take down Mikey. It's Mikey now getting Roderick set up in the corner here again. And that time again, Roderick gets out of it. And not for long. Wait a minute, no. Counter by Roderick. Counter for counter here from both men. Roderick has been trying to fight his own battles, has been trying to really get himself going here in this matchup, and I think he has. Big time gut buster. Move that we've seen come out of the hat recently for Roddy. It's been a pretty good trump card to really soften up the midsection and possibly the lower back. So that man loves just softening up that midsection, softening up the body for big moves. It's that big time knee out of the corner, out the gate. Corner to corner here, post to post, if you will. As that's a big backbreaker by Roddy connecting. It's not Roddy now. Firing on all cylinders here in the early goings. Trying to get some offense here. Once he gets going, it's really hard to stop him. Big time belly to belly out of the corner. Tag made to O'Reilly. And a tag made to Shane Hayes. Two really fresh fit men into the ring here. Wait a minute, no. O'Reilly able to counter. Big shot to the back of the head there. knocking Shane Hayes back to a knee, but that time you don't want to get into a striking match with Kyle O'Reilly. Let me bet you that. I can bet you your bottom dollar. You don't want to get into a striking match with the violent artist. He gets knocked down out of the ring hard, through the ropes there really in a really weird way, and hopefully Shane Hayes is all right. Shane Hayes now up to his feet, really groggy there. Wait a minute, Roddy from behind with a backstabber. And oh, wait a minute, O'Reilly. Now we're going to get a piece of Mikey Nichols. He has to learn the hard way to get that, but wait a minute. There's all four men on the outside just getting a piece of one another, if you will. So wait a minute, no, Mikey on the other side with a DDT to O'Reilly. It's both legal men now, down and out for the meantime. Wait a minute, O'Reilly getting back up to his feet. He wants some more. He wants a piece of Mikey Nichols this time. He didn't get the, oh my goodness. Did what he did before he did what he wanted to do, to Mikey Nichols. And this time, Shane Hayes grabbing him, wait a minute, catching him off guard there, throwing him off the ropes. Didn't do much for him. Shane Hayes now combination of strikes. With a big time knee. Never underestimate Shane Hayes. That man is a really fast-paced, really high energetic striker. An all-around superstar in his own right. It's that time O'Reilly just sticking to his roots and to knock down Shane Hayes there. Now O'Reilly coming into the corner with a high knee. Shades of Roddy Strong earlier in this match, if you think about it. Big time face washes out of the corner. Kyle O'Reilly really pushing the pace here against Shane Hayes. I don't think Hayes wants to keep this momentum shifting right into O'Reilly's favor anymore. Let's look at that again. Roddy using that tag, that illegal man advantage here. Let's look at that. O'Reilly over the top of Roddy, and damn near Shane Hayes landing the plancha. It's putting him right back inside the ring. Shane Hayes doesn't even know what the hell just happened. Wait a minute, no. Able to drop down and catch O'Reilly. Oh my goodness, dead in his tracks there with the roundhouse kick right to the back of the head. Tag made to Mikey Nichols. And that's what this tag team matches are all about, trying to keep the other man fresh. So Roderick Strong has been tagged into this match for a while now, and that's a really good thing for both teams here. Honestly, it's benefiting Mikey Nichols for the moment here, as O'Reilly is pretty much staggered and just really holding on to any single body part that hurts right now. Oh my goodness, he's just pulling on the arm here. It's Mikey Nichols once again just giving O'Reilly hell, just like he did to Shane Hayes earlier on. So now getting some payback here. It's O'Reilly now in a bad part of town in the enemy territory. It's both Shane Hayes and Mikey going to work here. Chop block clothesline combination connecting into a lion salt, a springboard moonsault, if you will, into the cover and a kick out. Only enough for a 2 count there, as O'Reilly is not trying to lose this opportunity to go to the Motor City, go to Detroit, and potentially go and challenge for the tag team championships. I don't think they want to lose another opportunity at the big time. As Adam Cole is definitely wanting to get himself a huge opportunity at Tag Team Prosperity, Tag Team Gold here in BCW. So Mikey Nichols at the top, might be looking for an elbow drop, but nobody home. Riley Oak might be looking for a chop block, nobody in the pool for that one either. Barely catching the leg as Mikey Nichols looked like he was trying to sidestep out the way. Didn't really do him that many favors. Riley now trying to hit a combination of strikes. Nothing there too either. These two men are going back and forth here, and it's absolutely a treat to watch. O'Reilly looking for a boot. Nobody in the pool for that one either. Looking for it again, and that's how it connects. Massive boot dropping Mikey Nichols like a bad habit. It might be looking for some action smash. The axe kick right into the elbow smash, right to the face, knocking down and pummeling Mikey Nichols. Nichols though able to get himself out of harm's way. What does he have planned here? Big time fist drop. Classic and vintage Mikey here. Trying to get himself away, separate himself from danger. Smart thinking there by Mikey. Tagging in Shane Hayes. Hayes now in another matchup, the hysterical one. Trying to find ways to get O'Reilly down for the counter. I think he has. Big time closer right in front of Roddy too. I don't think that's going to sit lightly with him as he just stomped around the head of Shane Haste. Shane, look at that. Look at Roddy on the outside. He's trying to push an agenda here, trying to distract Shane Haste, but he is not buying it one bit. Roddy able to counter, Kyle O'Reilly able to counter though. So now Kyle O'Reilly definitely looking to combo some moves together, trying to chain some moves together, if you will. Known for being a technical specimen inside the ring. He can also be a lethal striker, as we've seen for most of this matchup between whether it's him and Shane Haste or him and Mikey Nichols. It has been nothing but a bad old time for both men. It's now Roddy into the matchup for, I believe, the second time. And a gut check immediately. That will definitely ruin your insights. Let me tell you something right now. Roddy pushing the pace here against... Oh, wait a minute. I think he wants Mikey. That's now Roddy. Is Roddy feeling himself a little bit? He wants Mikey Nichols, but he's not getting him. Trash talk from the outside of the ring there into a backbreaker. And now Mikey wants to extend his hand for the tag. He could have easily had the tag right there. As now Roddy's going to go to work. A trifecta of backbreakers connected right to Shane Haste's spine, and a tag made finally into Mikey. So both men running at each other, and that time Mikey able to get the better end of the stick there. I thought Roddy had enough momentum and might have been looking for a strike of some sorts, but that time Mikey just throwing his weight around and getting an elbow off on Roddy. That time Roddy is able to connect with the knee. It is Roderick Strong with that knee, that jumping knee strike that has helped him out so many times in the past. Winning titles like the international title into the cover to counting a kick out by Mikey. I was saying he's used that knee strike to many times in his career. Many times where he's damn near won with that same knee strike, and it's helped him out by winning many championships like the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Maybe the International Championship as well. It's a huge elbow right off the middle rope there. So Roddy could be looking to get some momentum back for Undisputed Kingdom. Maybe not. Mikey grabbing him out of the air, taking him down and taking him out with the elbow. Sticking it right to Roddy there. Into the cover. And a kick out by Roderick Strong. Man has a heart of a lion. That man will keep on going until his heart stops. I guess that's why one of his main moves is called the End of Heartache. So here we go. Might be looking to set up something big here. Thunder Valley connects. Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols' signature move. There's a kick out. It looked like by Roddy, but mainly I think O'Reilly got it there before a kick out was even made by Roddy. I think O'Reilly might have incapacitated Shane Haste in the process as the referee's trying to restore order here in this matchup. But O'Reilly just gave Roddy a huge advantage against Shane Haste. I guess for a couple seconds it wasn't really buying him enough time. Wait a minute, what the hell is this? Oh my God! Just shucking him across the ring with that exploder suplex. Like it was nothing. And now Kyle O'Reilly sending him right into the turnbuckle hard. And now O'Reilly, I wasted any time there. Wait a minute. It was right to the midsection there. Now Shane Haste once again, not trying to back down and not trying to lose again to Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. So both men, back and forth we go here. Wait a minute. Oh, got caught in the knees, in the Muay Thai knees of O'Reilly. And O'Reilly creating some distance. And now might be looking for a dissolution here, if you know what I'm saying. As here we go, O'Reilly finding some momentum here. Big kick right to the face. And a butterfly suplex as well. And now O'Reilly looking for something big here, trying to give the Undisputed Kingdom a really huge win here. And this eliminator match is here in a big psycho knee. Massive knee right to the face of Mikey. And once again, the knees being driven right to the midsection of Shane Haste. And Haste might be looking onto Dream Street. Because right now, O'Reilly and Strong are looking to put this match to bed. Here we go. We've seen this before. High-low combination of total elimination connects. O'Reilly trying to play great defense as he does get Undisputed Kingdom the win. What a match. And what the hell? Motor City Machine Guns here in Orlando. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. I don't know what the hell's going on with the lighting, but O'Reilly and Strong calling them both out to the ring. Oh my God, what has transpired here in BCW? Hey, who the hell? Whoa! What the hell? Who in the... Someone just hit a massive sling blade on Adam Cole. Out of nowhere. Oh my God. Who is that? As another eerie and daunting message from Aleister Black reigns on, we have Masha Slamovich versus Tegan Nox coming your way next here on BCW Anarchy. We are back here live for the co-main event of the evening here, Full Sail, between the former TNA Knockouts World Champion, one of the more dominant TNA Knockouts World Champions of her time holding that championship, Masha Slamovich. Now we're seeing anytime just running down to the ring, not even giving any sort of fans any sort of attention here. Well, at least now she is, but Masha is not in the mood for talking. She said last week that she's on a head hunting spree. She's willing to get that BCW Women's World Championship away from Naomi, and she's looking to make a statement here tonight. And what a way to do that than up against this woman, Tegan Knox, who has proved herself to be a worthy competitor against anybody. Proven herself against many names like Candice LeRae, beating her, advancing in the tournament, going up against a former friend and foe in Dakota Kai, almost getting a huge win and moving on to the finals of that tournament for the Continental Championship. We all know how that went, but this could be a huge wave of momentum swinging in the way of Tegan Knox as she can get a huge win and a huge upset, more importantly, over the returning to in-ring action from Masha Slamovich. And here we are, one-on-one in the co-main event of the evening between two talented women in their own right. Who will get the huge win in their return to action? Here we are in the middle of the ring here, almost at the middle of the ring, calling elbow tie from both women here, as Masha being the more tenacious one out of the two, gonna get the advantage early, of course. Now Tegan Knox immediately trying to escape out the back door there into a nice chin lock there, trying to always outbest her opponents, trying to do whatever she can to really elevate her game, especially someone like Masha. She can learn a lot from in a really short amount of time, as Masha now locking in that arm right to the back there. She has a lot of torque on that arm, but right now it seems to me that Tegan Knox trying to fight out and trying to not be I guess a lap down from Masha Slamovich here. She's just ahead of the pack in terms of being an advanced technical wrestler. It's not Masha once again taking it right to Tegan Knox. She just knows her game from the in and outs. She knows how to make you tap out. She knows how to make you eat a pin. She is really versatile inside that ring, and she can really use that to her advantage here against Tegan Knox. Knox once again on the defensive here. Another shot to the midsection. Aggressive approach here from Slamovich in the early goings of this matchup here. It's now Slamovich now in a side headlock here from Tegan. Now wrenching it on Tegan. Now it's Tegan egging it on onto Masha here. Trying to get a little bit of taste of her own medicine. I don't think Masha likes that all too much. Taking her off the ropes into a flapjack. Smart thinking there by Slamovich. Again, former TNA Knockouts World Champion, former TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champion. One time with Alicia Edwards and one time with Killer Kelly as MK Ultra. As now Masha Slamovich wants to prioritize getting that BCW Women's World Championship off of the crazed and lunatic known as Naomi. She could be even here tonight. It's Orlando. It's in her hometown. I don't know how the fans are going to react, but Masha definitely is ready for anything and ready for battle against Naomi and Asuka at BCW Hardcore Takeovers. That's one of the matches confirmed for Hardcore Takeover in Detroit, Michigan. So look at Knox on the top rope taking down Slamovich. Tegan Knox is not going down without a fight here tonight. Here in Orlando, the home grounds, the home stomping grounds, if you will, for BCW Anarchy, where it all started. And now we are here looking at two great talents, whether from WWE or TNA, and here in BCW going at it, just trying to make a name for themselves here at another time where Slamovich just with the ruthlessness throwing Tegan Knox's body like it's nothing into the barricade. She's got a 6 count to work with, though. She needs to keep in mind she can't really stay on the outside for long. Massive snapmare, though, by Slamovich trying to take her down immediately there. She knows he doesn't really have that much time on the outside. It's down Knox, taking that to her advantage. She's trying to get away from Slavovich's overwhelming offense. So in a minute, trying to switch it into her role, but that time it doesn't work out. Covered it off the DDT for the win. And a kick out, though. Knox is not going to go down so easily. Not going to go down to a basic DDT off the ropes. So that time, again, kicks to the right, to the weakened knee there. The kick to the back of the... I think that might have been the lower back. It looks like it at least. But that time, Slamovich able to counter with a power bomb. The experience coming into play here for Masha. Now Masha once again calling her up to her feet. A really bad position to be in if you are Tegan Knox. Hurricane Rana from Slamovich getting the fans on their feet here in Orlando. Full Sail's absolutely loving it. They're eating it up here for BCW Anarchy. The BCW faithful are on their feet. I don't think anybody's sitting down. Big boot from out of the corner. Slamovich now setting up Knox once more. Big time air raid crash. Into the cover back press for the win. For a huge upset. Wait a minute, no. Slamovich. Oh no, Slamovich wants to hurt Tegan Knox. She wants to make a message and a point out of Tegan. It's that aggressive side that we've seen out of Masha. Slamovich is coming into play here. He's coming into the fold ever so slightly here with those Kawada kicks. He's aggressive. German suplex. They're right to the back of the neck. Wait a minute, no, wait. Big chop. Combination of strikes here by Tegan Knox. Still trying to fight back. I think she might regret it and live to eat her words here if Tegan Knox is willing to string up these combination of strikes. And taking her down with a face plant. And now Knox getting her back up to her feet, potentially calling her back up. She might have something big in plan. Wait a minute. Sending her up to the ropes. Dropping down. And can we see something bigger from Tegan Knox? Into an uppercut. Massive opportunity here for Tegan Knox to take advantage. Now look at this. Looking for something here. Another submission potentially, and it is an arm bar. The Slamovich gonna tap out here. She has nowhere to go. Center of the ring. Knox is blocked out. Any sort of rope break option for Slamovich. Slamovich able to counter the kick to the chest. But that time, wait. Slow ball right to the midsection. Shiniest Wizard into the cover. Upset on the former champion, and a kick out. What a win that would have been. Had Slamovich stayed out for a 3. Had Slamovich not get up after that Shiniest Wizard. What a massive upset that would have been for the former TNA Knockouts world champion. To lose to someone like Tegan Knox, who has always proved herself to never give up, never let someone invade from what she wants to become. And that's a star here in BCW. And damn it, this is a star-making performance. But that snowplow is a beginning of the end finisher. Masha Slamovich with a huge win, but wait a minute, what the hell? I knew it. Damn it. Naomi not even letting Slamovich get any sort of spotlight. And here we are for the final match of the night, the main event of the evening between John Morrison and Donovan Dijak versus Wesley and Speedball My Bailey in tag team action to settle some scores here tonight. Here we are live in Anarchy. It's Full Sail. It's Orlando for your main event of the evening between 4 of arguably the very best that BCW has to offer right now in its men's division. Starting off with the Cardiac Killer, the man that it's been the most controversial, the most, I guess you could say, just influential and hate as of late. Wes Lee, the man of the hour, the man that gets everybody sour, seemingly enough. Wesley, the man that beats to his own drum, the man that's been completely just out of sight and out of mind of the BCW faithful, making a mockery of them on many occasions, calling them out on many occasions, especially recently, in many ways. And now Wesley has to team up with an adversary in Mike Bailey, who they have a common bond and a common cause, and that is Donovan Dijak. But right now, we have to see how good that bond is for right here and right now tonight. Speedball wearing the new gear, new fit and everything, set for action here tonight. And honestly, heading into this matchup, I was shocked of what Speedball did to Dijak many weeks ago. And at the moment, I didn't even realize that Speedball would do such a thing. I didn't think he would suit to many lengths, but at the same time, you got to give the man some credit. He put up a really good effort in the last time he fought Dijak one-on-one, and he almost lost against Dijak. But the last time that they had an encounter, Dijak was on the receiving end of a beatdown from Mike Bailey. Will it be the same here tonight, though? It's Lee and Mike Bailey on two sides. On one side, actually, excuse me. It's this team right here is an unlikely duo as well. Between the disruptor, Donovan Dijak. A man that has been definitely one to be controversial as well. But not as much as someone like Wesley, if I'm being honest. But nonetheless, Dijak has not been pinned nor submitted. He has been through a lot of scandalous and a lot of really weird types of ways of getting some losses here in BCW, especially recently with John Morrison getting himself in the fray again and involving himself in, I guess, a feud with Dijak and Wesley currently, and attacking him and giving Wesley a win under his belt. So now Dijak has to face and team up with someone that he doesn't really already like, John Morrison. And now he has to face someone who he hates in Wesley. So will tensions boil over here tonight is a huge question. This is a huge test for all four of these competitors. All four of these combatants waiting to explode at any point, at any given moment, considering what has been transpiring over these past few weeks. I'm willing to bet that something scary is going to happen here tonight. Whether we're going to see some blood, we're going to see someone get hurt real bad, we might see an injury. But we are guaranteed to see the shaman of sexy here tonight. John Morrison in the flesh here in Orlando. A massive ovation for a legend in his own right, a former world champion across the world, dating back to Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, formerly known as Impact Wrestling, now TNA. But now John Morrison can focus on potentially getting his long-awaited revenge on the cardiac killer himself, Wesley. And tonight could be the start of that. And hey, you never know. Hardcore Takeover is not that far away. But now Morrison, I don't think he's focused on Hardcore Takeover. He's focused on the here and the now. He wants to end this whole debate. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, as the match hasn't even started yet, now Mike Bailey and Wesley already getting into an altercation, having some tension boil over between the two teammates here tonight before the match can even begin. So here we go. The bell is rung. And so here we go. Mike Bailey and Dijak. It's Bailey already getting in the face of Morrison. It's Bailey now trying to warm up here. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Wesley getting himself involved, tagging himself in. And wait a minute. Speedball's had enough. Speedball he just dipped. He's dipping. Wesley's in pure shock. Super kick by Dijak into a moonsault. I didn't think that this was in the cards for Wesley or Mike Bailey. But Wesley just ruined it for himself. He thought it was going to be a clean slate. But this time around, he just got himself into more trouble. It seems to be a handicap match for most of it, as Mike Bailey has completely left the arena here. I think he's going back to get his stuff and leave. He's completely just left Wesley on an island of his own. And now Dijak is taking full advantage of that. I can't blame him. John Morrison and Dijak working together here, tag mate of Morrison. These two men have They wanted to get their hands on Wesley for so long. After all the BS they'd gone through, into the cover here by Morrison. Kick out by Lee, though. What a monumental win it would be for John Morrison to finally pick up a win and put Wesley on the back burner and focus on potential championships like the Continental Championship held by the Switchblade Jay White, or even the BCW World Heavyweight Championship held by the Bastard Pack, who will be coming back next week, leading up to Hardcore Takeover Week, the go-home show. And that will be for a later date, but now we have to focus on the here and the now here. Wait a minute, no. Wesley able to counter back here and fight back with everything he's got against two men. You got to give Wesley credit. You got to give the devil his due. He could be escaping out here right now. He could be leaving the premise, trying to do whatever he can to escape. But right here and now, he's taking both these men on. Two of the men that absolutely despise him, for that matter. It's Dijak now. He needs some room to operate. Here we go off the springboard, getting a lot of elevation on the elbow drop, landing on the shoulder. It looks like a West. Now under the cover on Lee. Could be the end of his night, and a kick out again. Wesley once again now just in needing of some sort of clarity here, some sort of opening. Dijak and Morrison just been pummeling him. And strikes, move after move, punches or punches, ground and pound here from Dijak. Unrelenting. That's what you can expect from the Disruptor. Absolute tank inside that ring. It's now Morrison again, just taunting Morrison and Dijak in the corner. Dijak is not having any of that. He has seen enough of Wesley's games, and I can't blame him. So, wait a minute, catching him out of the corner, out of the ropes, out of the grass of the ropes to do any sort of springboard attack. Wesley has been absolutely caged by both Morrison. And wait a minute, whoa! Wait a minute, Wesley able to find an opening there. That looked a little bit awkward coming out of the corner. I thought they had him like restricted, but at that point, Wesley, oh, what a cheap shot. Wait a minute, able to catch Dijak again off guard. Wait a minute, off the ropes. Able to get Morrison off his feet. Smart thinking there by Lee into a shooting star. A second one. Chaining moves together here into the cover and a kick out by Morrison. Morrison will not go down so easily. Man's been up against the likes of Rey Mysterio, Nick Nemeth, Kofi Kingston, many high flyers and many legends of the game in his time, especially John Cena. So he knows what it's like to be on the bright lights, be on the big stages with the big names. But can he get the big one? Can he get the job done here and put Wesley out of his misery? And now Dijak was unfazed with that punch. It's now Wesley kick after kick, combination of strikes here. Wait a minute, off the ropes, here comes Morrison. Morrison definitely just upgrading his game. He knows, and he needed to really find a new sort of edge to him if he wants to take down someone like Wesley. And here comes Morrison up to the top. Might be looking to put the cherry on top of this cake here, and that time Lee's able to get out of it. Super kick right to the face of Morrison. And now Wesley finding an opening. He needs to take it. Once again, attacking Dijak, and Dijak just obliging for Wesley to attack him right back, give him some more. And he does. Tope Suicida. But again, Morrison's waiting on the other side. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Spiking Lee on the crown of his head. The cover for the win. No, what a kick out. Wesley thought that he had Morrison beat and he had Dijak outbested. But this time, again, Wesley has to result. So again, he's more prioritized on Dijak getting out of his way. That's not the smartest of moves. Wait a minute. Whoa! Cardiac kick to the referee. misdirection and incidental contact from what it looked like. I don't know if it was. I mean, it looked like it, but it's hard to tell. But Morrison does not give a damn. Shooting star. Oh, wait a minute. He was zeroing in on those steps. He might have looked like he was going for some steps or some weaponry, but the referee able to get him right back in time. As Wesley staggered, stunned. This is still a handicap match for the most part. Wait a minute. Oh, Wesley just chucking himself right in the turnbuckle, trying to save himself there. Not really the smartest of moves there, but that time, Wesley able to take him down with a rolling elbow. So moves like that for most of this match, that has been a key decider as to what Wesley needs to do going forward in this matchup. And honestly, for Wesley's position in POV currently, it's the best thing that he can do so far. It's just fight until he can't fight anymore. And right now, Wesley, just again, whether just after doing a move or doing something simple as what he just did, just taunting Morrison, just trying to know that he is still a bastard at the end of the day, a cold-hearted SOB. One of the most disliked people in the BCW locker room to date. And over time, you can really tell Wesley just found more reasons not to care anymore. You can tell Morrison definitely trying to find his way back into this match. Clothesline miss, super kick connects. Now Morrison tags in Dijak. Here we go. Now the pace might quicken here. Wait a minute, roll through Wesley, big time elbow. Knocking down Dijak, and here we go, and another one. Connects to Donovan Dijak. Once again, Wesley connects again. Wesley has been on a roll thus far. He's trying to keep up the offense, trying to keep up the pace to his level, but again, this is Donovan Dijak we're talking about. This is the disruptor. Wait a minute, roll through. Might be looking for a quick pin here over Wesley. That time again, kicking out. Do whatever he can. Jackknife cover. This time, catching Dijak off guard. Moving over the shoulder. Backslide for the win. And a kick out. Once again, Wesley, able to counter. Big time boot connects. Discus boot lands, and this time it might be time for Wesley. Wait a minute, no. Wesley able to counter. That time he's trying to light up the big man, trying to chop him down. And that time he does connect with that combination. He's done in the past, whether with the Rascals or not. Wesley's trying to break away from what his past was, but sometimes it just comes back to haunt him. Just needs to do what he has to do to really move forward here in this matchup. Huge cardiac kick as both men are down. For the meantime, at least, is Wesley trying to find it in him just to get back up to his feet here. Take out Morrison. And when Dijak a lot of time to really recover here, and a cover of the cardiac kick and a kick out. It's Dijak once again showing that it's going to take a lot more to take out the disruptor than a cardiac kick. And now coming up to the top row, trying to meet Dijak there. We've seen this before, time and time again. And it happens again, an avalanche hurricane Rana. The fans are going crazy here in Full Sail. Now what the hell is Wesley from halfway across the ring, and I think he thought better of it. He knew in his heart of hearts that he was not actually gonna get the splash to go there. So he had to improvise midair. So now here we go. Wesley's still trying to fight with everything he has left. Big boot there connects by Dijak. Mistakes like that he just made with that splash attempt gave Dijak some time to recover, some breathing room. Wesley's not getting any of that as Dijak looking to absolutely destroy and diminish Wesley. Wesley has taken a massive beatdown for the majority of this match, physically, mentally, losing Mike Bailey in the process. This man, whether you love him or you hate him, he's put up one hell of a fight, and he might be looking at, no, wait a minute. I think he might have been hitting his spear, and that might have inadvertently hit Morrison instead. I don't know if that was inverted or not. It didn't look so, but it was hard to tell. Wait a minute, whoa. Wait a minute, Wesley. Over the top of Dijak. The cover. Cover, shoulders down. Shoulders down. Wesley. What the hell? He just caught Dijak off guard. And he stole a win. Wow. Somehow, someway, Wesley, once again, thinks smarter and not harder. As John Morrison immediately pissed off heads into the ring to confront Dijak, it looks like. Arguing and trying to get some separation here. Oh my God. That was a massive hit. I don't think you want to do that, Dijak. I think you might have been looking for leaving. Oh no. He baited out Morrison. Oh my God, what a choke slam. Dijak absolutely irate. And you can tell he was absolutely done after losing to Wesley via roll-up. High justice has been served to John Morrison. Nobody is safe from the disruptor of BCW.